Hey guys, in the last episode we talked about interest rate and how they actually affect the stock market. Now in this episode we will talk about GDP in detail. Now we often hear this term called GDP everywhere, but as investors we should know what it actually means and how it is related to the economy and the stock markets. Now we will learn all of this in today's episode, so without wasting a lot of time, let's get started. Now what is GDP? GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. The official definition of GDP is that the sum or total monetary value of all the final goods and services produced and sold in a country within a fixed period of time, which can either be 1 year or 1 quarter. But the catch here is that GDP takes into account only the value of final goods. Okay, let me show you this with an example. Now consider the sale of a final good, which is a chair. Now once the sale is done, its value is recorded in the GDP. But the materials used to make this chair like wood, screws, etc. are not recorded in the GDP as they are already considered when setting the price of the chair. Now GDP considers only the final goods as it already contains all the value and the different materials that are there which is being used to make them. So I hope everything's clear until now. Now there are many drivers for the GDP, and the simplest ones according to the economics are basically given in the formula below. GDP is equal to consumption or consumer spending plus investment or private capex, which is capital expenditure, again plus government spending, plus net exports, which is exports minus imports. Now with this formula, we can see that GDP includes all the customer spending and the investments or private capital expenditures, government spendings and net exports. Now each of these drivers contributes to the GDP and its growth. Thus, in times when countries see that the consumption and investment is declining, then they try to increase government spendings and they take measures to improve the export profile of the country. Now, this in turn helps to keep the GDP stable. So, you might be knowing that a very similar situation is taking place in India as well. In 2020, our GDP was on the decline due to a sharp fall in consumption and investments. But then the government introduced many schemes and relief packages such as recent PLI schemes which incentivize industry capex and infrastructure development. Now all these moves are eventually expected to improve the export profile of our country in the long run. Now that we have the core understanding and concept behind GDP, let's see how GDP is expressed. Now GDP broadly is tracked in three forms. Absolute GDP in INR terms, GDP per capita, which is absolute GDP divided by total population, and GDP growth rate, which is a percentage year on year or quarter on quarter growth rate. So the most common one to check all of this out is GDP growth rate. Now GDP growth rate provides a picture of how the GDP in the latest recorded period has performed as compared to the same period in the previous year. Now, for example, if you look at GDP growth rate, it will basically help us understand how a country has performed, say, in 2020 versus 2019. Now, the trend in GDP growth rate can be a useful indicator of how the economy is doing and what policy actions can be expected in response to it. But one important thing to note here is that GDP is always a lagging indicator, which means that the changes in GDP reflect economic changes which have already occurred in the observed period. So in simple terms, GDP represents the value of goods and services already produced in the period under consideration, but doesn't help us with the data of the future. Thus, we cannot predict the future GDP with 100% guarantee. Another critical point to note here is that the GDP only considers the formal economy. The informal economy, which is not recorded by official sources, is often left out when we calculate GDP. Now, in a country like India, the informal economy still contributes heavily to the overall spending and expenditures. Thus, a major change in GDP may not always represent the ground reality of the economy. Now, one final thing is that the GDP growth rate calculated normally is referred to as nominal GDP rate. Now, given that the nominal GDP rate represents the value of all the final goods and services, it should also take into account inflation, which has caused the increase of prices across the country. Now, we need to divide the nominal GDP rate with 1 plus inflation to arrive at the real value of GDP, which is the true indicator of the growth of the economy. Now, at this point, I hope that the concept of GDP is absolutely clear to you. But let's look at what is the impact of GDP to stock markets. Now, as I mentioned earlier, GDP is a lagging indicator. Thus, the current GDP will not have a major impact on the stock markets other than a short-term rise or fall, depending on how much the figures come out versus the expected numbers. Now, for example, if the expected GDP rate was 4% and it comes out to be 5%, then it's a positive change, and the stock market you'll see is obviously on a short-term rise and the market sentiments are high, and similarly vice versa. Now, as we all know that the equity markets run on future expectations. So if the GDP growth expectations are on a positive trend, then the economic growth is also expected to be accelerating and the market sentiment becomes better. Another example is that if you suppose a popular market forecaster like CRISIL or S&P had earlier given a GDP forecast of 7% in FY22. So if they revise it upward to 8%, then that change also acts as an indicator of positive change in the economy, and thus the market may rise due to positive sentiment. Now, that was all about GDP, and I would like to conclude today's episode here. I'm sure after today's episode, all your doubts about GDP is clear and its relation to stock market is also clear. Now, in the next episode, we will finally talk about inflation in detail and what inflation and what its impact on the stock market. So, hope you guys liked today's episode. I'll see you in the next one.